In this question, we have 0.52 grams of carbon dioxide was collected after heating 1.35 grams of calcium carbonate. What do we need to do? We need to find out the percent yield. If we recall the equation for calculating the percent yield, that is the actual yield, and in this question, the actual yield is this value. So that's the quantity of the product actually collected after the reaction. So therefore, that's the actual yield. We call that. The percent yield equals the actual yield divided by the theoretical yield times 100%. We already know the actual yield. Then we just need to find out the theoretical yield of this particular reaction. Then we should be able to solve the percent yield. To find out the theoretical yield, the strategy is converting from the grams of calcium carbonate first to the moles of calcium carbonate. Then further convert from moles of calcium carbonate to the moles of carbon dioxide. Then convert from the moles of carbon dioxide to the grams of carbon dioxide. That should be the theoretical yield. Then this number divided by the theoretical yield times 100%, that should be the answer for this question. Let's do it. We start with what we know. This is what we know about the quantity of the reactant. 1.35 grams of calcium carbonate convert from grams of calcium carbonate to moles of calcium carbonate. 1 mole of calcium carbonate contains 100.1 grams. Grams of calcium carbonate are cancelled. Next step, converting from moles of carbonate, calcium carbonate, to moles of carbon dioxide. Use the coefficients in the balance equation. 1 mole calcium carbonate is equivalent to 1 mole of calcium is equivalent to 1 mole of carbon dioxide, and then moles of calcium carbonate, they are cancelled. Last step, convert from mole of CO2 to the grams of CO2, the molar mass. Now, moles of CO2 are cancelled. So now we converted from grams of calcium carbonate to grams of CO2. Now let's bring out the calculator. .35 divided by 100.1 and then times 44.01. What it is? So it is 0.5. So it is, of course, a very long number, but we don't need to worry about that. you know, in the question, we suppose us to keep 2 sig figs. So therefore, let's just simply write down 0.59 grams of CO2. So now we are ready to calculate the percent yield. Remember, percent yield equals actual yield divided by theoretical yield times 100%. So therefore, the percent yield is 0.52 grams divided by 0.59 grams times 100%, and that should, let's do this, 0.52 divided by 59 times 100, that should be 88, because we need to keep 2 sig figs. That's a percent yield. And you can enter that value right here and submit. It should be the correct answer.